is searching for something. You might be searching for that new job, that career path. Maybe you're searching for that special somebody. Maybe you're searching for more money or a new car, maybe a place to live, what college to go to, on the list goes. We are all searching at times for something, even to things at our core level that are so important and critical in our life. Maybe you're searching for purpose of your life. Really, maybe you're searching for meaning in life, or maybe just overall direction of where you want to head. So what are you searching for? What is something that if you could get answered right now today would make a huge impact in your life? If you're like me, most of the time, whenever I search anything, I simply go to the computer, I open it up and I go to Google. It's probably one of the first places I go when I'm searching for some kind of question, some kind of phrase. So we did similar. We went and actually looked at what were the top questions and phrases that were asked when it came to things like who and what and when and where and why and how and on it goes. And I want to answer today a very important who question. Before I get there, we looked at the top 5 most who questions and phrases on Google, and I thought they were pretty interesting. The first one is an older one, but it's still top of the list and top of the charts even over this last year, and that is simply who won the debate. That was number 1 by far and large, the most who question or phrase that was entered into Google. The second one is who is IP? Who is IP? The third one is who let the dogs out? I think that based on that song, everybody is still asking that question on who let the dogs out. The fourth one I do all the time, usually with my phone, is who sings this song. In fact, I just did that this morning as I was getting ready for something else. I put in the lyrics of a song just to ask who actually sang that song. And the fifth one, a show that's been going on for a long time, but that is whose line is it anyways? Those are the top 5 who type questions. So what about you? What's a question that you may have? I want to answer, I think, one that it might sound kind of trivial or maybe an obvious one, but I don't think it is. And that's simply this: who am I? I think that out of all of the who questions that are asked, it's who am I and who will I become? Now, whether you actually Google that or whether or not you really think about it, I think at the core level of all of us, there's a question of who am I really? Who am the person that I am becoming, and who do I really want to become? I want to give you a few encouraging statements about who I am and who possibly you could be as well. These are things that I think that everybody can have as part of their life. But again, just like every other question and everything else that we're searching for, these are all options. You can choose to be this kind of person, or you can choose to be somebody else and somewhere else. And quite honestly, my answer to who am I, first of all, resolves around identity. You got to know where your identity is. If I'm going to answer the question on who am I and where am I heading in life and what's next for my life and who am I becoming, it has to come from my identity. For me personally, it's my identity in Jesus first, hands down. It comes from that every day of my life, I want to become more like Him. I don't want to become more like you. I don't want to become more like my parents or a neighbor or somebody even that I admire in business or in leadership or in church world. I don't want to become like them. My goal is to be more like Jesus. And when I become more like Jesus, I become more of who I am created to be. We're all created in His image anyways. So if you and I are created in the image of God anyways, then our desire should be to be like Him, not just in how we look or how we talk, but in all areas of our life. And here are a few encouraging things that you have available to you when you find your identity in Jesus first. The first one is this: I know who I am. I am somebody that is loved. I'm somebody that's loved, not earthly love, not loved by my wife or parents or you or church or whoever. I'm loved by the Creator of the universe. There's really something powerful when you and I get into our being that we are somebody that are loved by the God that created us. The next thing is I am somebody that has been forgiven. Somebody that has made a lot of mistakes in life, just like you. In our world of Christianity, we call those things sins, right? There's sins in my life that I know that I'm forgiven for. In fact, when I make my identity in Him, He forgives all my sins. So therefore, I am somebody that is forgiven. And guess what? That allows me to be a person who offers forgiveness. I think it's pretty powerful. I think that there's a lot of forgiveness that needs to happen, whether received or given. And so I'm somebody that's loved. I'm somebody that is forgiven. And here's one I think that a lot of people don't maybe think about even Christians, and that is, I am somebody that is prayed for by Jesus himself. I think that it's a true statement that everybody, somewhere along your life prays. We all do it. Whether you are a person of faith or not, I bet you somewhere in your life, when your back was against the wall, when something was happening, or you really needed something, it's amazing how everybody becomes a prayerful person at moments in our life. But do you realize that you and I are prayed for by Jesus himself? I don't think about that often, but when I do, well, it just brings something incredibly special into my life. To know that today, right now, that Jesus himself has prayed for me and is praying for you. That's something powerful. So not only am I loved, not only am I forgiven, not only am I a person that is prayed for, but I'm also somebody that has purpose and a plan in my life. See, that's who I am. I am somebody with purpose. I'm somebody with a plan. Now, you and I can make that our own plan, or we can submit our plans to the God of the universe who says that he has a plan for you, and it's a plan to prosper you and not to harm you, a plan to give you a hope and a future. See, that's who I am, and that's who you can be too. And the final one is this, is that I'm a child of God, that I am a part of his family. See, again, I think that's something incredibly special. Not only does it bring me hope for my life, but it also brings me great joy. It brings me great fulfillment, great purpose in life to know that when I ask the question, who am I, that I'm somebody loved, I'm somebody that's prayed for, I'm somebody that is forgiven, I'm somebody that has a purpose and a plan, but I'm also somebody that is in the family of God. See, there's so much power in that. It means I don't have to do life alone. It also means that I'm somebody that's not alone. That even in my dark moments, even in the hard times in life, even if I feel alone or abandoned by people, I know that I am never alone. Which leads me to the second and final question. I'm gonna close with this, is that's, who will I become? Who in my life will I become? I wanna make a statement that is a pretty simple statement that most people have heard, but it's very true, and that is simply, show me your friends and I will show you your future. Listen, that's true for kids. That's true if you're a 50, 60, 70, 80-year-old person watching this right now. You show me your friends and I'll show you your future. So if you wanna know who you are becoming, it might be worth your while to look at who you're spending the most time with. And when I talk about friends, again, part of who I am, the Bible says that I am a friend of God. Now again, sometimes that's hard to get our mind around, isn't it? That the God of the universe, the God that created everything, calls me his friend, which means I don't have to be afraid. I don't have to live in fear. I don't have to worry about God, punishing me or abandoning me. And Jesus in his own words says that he is somebody who lays down his life for his friends, not just associates, not people that he knows from a distance, but a friend. So if I'm gonna become who I'm made to become, then a lot of it determines who I'm spending the most time with. And if I'm spending more time with Jesus, then my identity is gonna be in him. So ultimately, who will I become? Well, my hope for my life and your life is that you and I will become more and more like Jesus. And so as you search, maybe not on Google, or maybe you don't ever sit down and really just think about who am I? Who am I gonna become? I know that probably a lot of people aren't necessarily asking that question out loud, but I guarantee you it's somewhere inside your heart. It's somewhere inside your mind on who are you really, and who are you actually becoming? And so in your search, I hope and pray that you, just like me, will become somebody that is loved, somebody that is forgiven, somebody that is prayed for, somebody with a purpose and a plan in your life, somebody who can identify as a child of God as we become more and more like him.